Hello and welcome back, everyone. In this lesson, you will listen for main ideas and details and discuss the use of emojis to communicate.
Audio track 1.6.
Where do symbols come from? The ability to use symbols to communicate is unique to humans. Other species use sounds and gestures to communicate, but only humans use shapes and patterns to represent words and ideas. Some of these symbols are very clear representations of an idea. Think of a smiley face to show happiness, or an arrow on a street sign that indicates a one-way street. In a museum or theater, a coat hanger tells you where to put your coat. And when you see a dot with 3 waves in increasing size above it, you know Wi-Fi is available. But there are other symbols that seem more abstract. They don't have an obvious connection to the thing they represent. Today, we're going to look at a few of these abstract symbols that are universal and examine how they came into being.
Audio track 1.7.
Our first example is the simple check mark, or tick, as it's known in Great Britain and Australia. Across the English-speaking world, the check mark indicates a correct answer or choice, although in some countries like Sweden and Japan it has the opposite meaning. The check mark probably dates back to Roman times, around 2,000 years ago, and possibly further. It was used as a way to check off items on a list. No one is exactly sure why this shape was first used. One theory is that it represents the letter V in Latin and stands for the word veritas, meaning true. A similar example is the @ sign we use in email addresses. Historically, starting in the 17th century, merchants used it to indicate cost. For example, 100 bananas at 1 cent each would cost $1. Some believe the symbol is the letter E with the letter A inside of it to represent the words each at. In the 1970s, a programmer named Ray Tomlinson connected the symbol to computing. He was looking for a way to share information with different users of his company's computer system. He wanted to give each user an address with the individual's name and the computer's name. One day, he came across a symbol on his keyboard that wasn't used much, the @ sign, and decided it would be perfect. The symbol for Bluetooth is a little different from these first two examples because you can see the letter B in its shape. However, not many people would guess where the name Bluetooth comes from. In 1996, 3 mobile technology companies met to come up with a way to connect devices wirelessly with each other over short distances. One of the people at the meeting was Jim Kardak of Intel. He suggested the name Bluetooth for the new technology. He had gotten the name from reading about a 10th century king of Denmark called King Harald Bluetooth. King Harald united Denmark, so Kardak thought this was an appropriate name for a technology that united devices and allowed them to communicate with each other. The Bluetooth symbol that we know today is a combination of the king's initials H and B in Old Norse writing. But why was King Harald called Bluetooth? There are 2 theories. One is that he had a dead tooth at the front of his mouth. The other is that he liked to eat blueberries. These are just 3 examples, but they show how abstract symbols often start out with a clear link to the meaning they represent. But over time, even a short time, that connection is forgotten. After all, it's not important that you know where a symbol came from. What's important is that you can immediately recognize its meaning.